So, are Democrats demanding too much, or are Republicans just being too stingy? Today, we are going to talk unemployment, the Senate adjourning, stimulus checks, and the future of stimulus. But if this is your first time seeing my face, hello, my name is Monica, and I post videos all about the stimulus checks, the stimulus package, and personal finance. So if you are interested in topics like those, you already know what to do. Be sure to subscribe and join the tribe of people who are learning all about the stimulus checks and personal finance. Definitely also like this video before we even get into it, because I know you want to know all about unemployment and stimulus. And also turn on your post notifications so you never miss any of my stimulus check or stimulus package update videos, because I definitely want to see you back here on the channel again. So without further ado, let's hop right into your stimulus package update for today, Friday, August 14th. So everything I'm going to share as of right now does include Social Security recipients, RRB, Veterans Affairs recipients, representative payees. All of you are included in this information that I'm providing to you right now. So the Senate adjourned yesterday until September 8th, which is the day after Labor Day, when they will resume discussions and negotiations with the House Democrats. House members already left Washington on July 31st, so they've all adjourned before an agreement has been made on the next stimulus package, which means issues like sending out second stimulus checks, reviving the additional unemployment benefits, providing money for schools, testing, childcare, small businesses, state and local governments will all be on hold until next month. Now, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said that if some kind of deal is reached while the Senate is on recess, members will return to Washington, D.C. for a vote. Now, the reason why we have not gotten this next stimulus package going is because they are disagreeing on key issues. The biggest issues they are disagreeing on are unemployment and state and local government help. The Democrats want the $600 a week to extend until January 2021, while the Republicans want it to extend at $200 a week, and then it will be 70% of a worker's wage. Democrats want $915 billion for state and local governments. Senators don't want to give them anything. At one point, the senators did offer $150 billion, but the Democrats are locked in on $915 billion for the state and local governments. Now, during negotiations, Democrats offered to trim $1 trillion off of their HEROES Act. In return, they asked Republicans to increase their package up by $1 trillion. So if you don't know, the Democrats' HEROES Act is for $3.5 trillion. It's a $3.5 trillion proposal. While on the other hand, the Republicans have a proposal at around $1 trillion. They said we kind of want to go maybe up to $1.5. We'll be willing to do that. But right now, they're stuck at $3.5. They're stuck at $1. Pelosi did say we will trim off $1 trillion if you add $1 trillion. The Republicans are saying no. Your offer is rejected. We are not going up $1 trillion from our proposal. So you see why we haven't gotten anywhere. Now, a second round of stimulus checks, thankfully, seems to be one of the provisions both the Republicans and the Democrats agree on, but any additional stimulus checks requires congressional approval, which means that you and I will not receive a payment anytime soon, at least until they can get it together and come to some sort of agreement. So in the meantime, states are trying to figure out how to carry out Mr. Trump's plan for unemployment. So to clarify, the benefit will be $300 for most workers and not $400. Once again, the benefit will be $300 for most workers and not $400. And of course, if you are going to take out taxes, it'll be lower than $300 or $400. But when Mr. Trump announced the program, which is known as the Lost Wages Assistance Program, he said it would add $400 to workers' weekly unemployment checks. But governors from states across the country are worried about being asked to spend billions of dollars that they don't have on unemployment. If you don't already know, this Lost Wages Assistance Program that President Trump presented says $300 from the feds, $100 from the state and local governments. When the state and local governments heard about $100 a week from them personally for millions of people, they said, look, We do not have the resources. We do not have the funds. Tax revenues have plunged since the start of the pandemic, and a lot of state and local governments are struggling, which is also one of the reasons why the Democrats are fighting so hard to get them funding. So this week, the administration offered new rules for the unemployment. Rather than adding $100 a week on top of existing unemployment benefits, states could count existing benefits towards their share, meaning that if you make $100 a week from unemployment as your base, that $100 will now be counted as part of the $400 they presented. So instead of getting $400 additional, you'll get $300 additional. So they're now considering the base pay that states give as the additional $100. Now, states still have the option of providing an extra $100, but few, if any, are expected to do so. So I would definitely recommend preparing for that. Now, the program is retroactive August 1st, meaning that workers should eventually receive payments for all of August. President Trump's executive action actually caps spending on the program at $44 billion, which is enough to cover 5 or 6 weeks of benefits, assuming all the states sign up. That means the program could end almost as soon as it begins. If we do get this extra $300 or $400 a week, it would end in about a month and a half. Now let's move on to eviction moratoriums. The federal eviction moratorium did lapse last month, as some of you may know, and President Trump's executive action does not extend the moratorium. At this time, the extension will be up to the states. New York has actually just extended its ban through September, and other states are following suit, extending the eviction moratorium. But as of right now, it is not a federal moratorium, so there are a lot of renters who are getting worried about being kicked out of their homes. Now, the current stalemate leaves the parties in a very interesting position. The Democrats are willing to come down by at least $1 trillion, but won't compromise on unemployment benefits or state and local government help. Republicans are not willing to come up by $1 trillion, but they seem to be willing to compromise on both of these two key issues. So that is it. That is your update for today. Unfortunately, it's not as great of an update as I would have liked to give you, but I definitely want to give you all the facts so you can be informed and know what is going on right now. I don't want to give you cotton candy and say, hey, we're getting stimulus checks tomorrow, because truth is our government is unfortunately really struggling. They're struggling to come together. They're struggling to unify. They know they did not pass a bill, and people are wondering, I voted for this person this time, but I might have to vote for this person this next time, because clearly the person I voted for was unable to pass a bill and get things done. So hopefully both parties can get it together. But until tomorrow, I will catch you all in my next stimulus check and stimulus package update. I will also be posting a get to know me video. I hope to be giving you all a better stimulus check and stimulus package update video, but I will catch you all next time. Be safe. Bye, guys.